Well, good morning and happy Friday. Everybody seemed to have loved this the other day, so I thought we would come back outside again and get started for the weekend. It's going to be so beautiful. In fact, we're going to talk about the weather here in just a second. Now, there are days that I will scour the news. I don't want you to do it because I keep talking about how I don't want you to watch the news because it's negative. And so I kind of go through and find what works best for you. I'm going to show you some things that I was seeing, and then you can tell me. This is how we're going to do it a little bit different. You're going to be very interactive. You can tell me, do you want to know more about this? Do you want to know more about that? We'll throw it in for you. But I looked through all the local news and it was just all negative, negative, negative. It was things that I didn't think you really wanted to know about. I think you're excited about football and it feels like football season. So college football kicking off this weekend, football kicking off next week. So we'll talk about that. We got the Cards in action. We got St. Louis City SC. We've got some fun things that we'll talk about that are on your National Day of calendar. And for a Foodie Friday, we're going to have a little bit of a different mix today. Today, all is going to the dogs, just like yesterday. Did you see yesterday's show? If not, I highly recommend that you go back and watch it. It was one of my favorites. One of the most educational ones that we've done in the last year had to do with what's in our dog's food and what's in our dog's treats. That was such a wake-up call for a lot of people. Yesterday was all these myths that are out there. Which ones are true? Which ones are false? We had that for you with Yuppie Puppies Forever Rescue and Jessica Cook. So go back and watch that. We always ask you to share, like, and follow. That way you get notified when we go on live. So yeah, it was a good one. Today, we're going to do the Barking Baker segment. It is Barking Baker number 3, which is going to be a blast. So look forward to that one. And then we're just going to have some fun with you. In fact, Mama Jackie's here. I'm going to put her on camera here in just a little bit. Yeah, she's showing her fingers. Hi, Mom. All right, just off camera. We'll show her in just a second. Let's get to this unbelievable weather and why you really do want to be outside. It's a segment we call What the Weather.
Good evening from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a beautiful one.
And it is brought to you by GradeWorks LLC. Mike Vernacci. Mike said that he's back in his truck. And actually, I was like, hey, give me some new pictures. So I talked about that structure that he moved off of a property the other day. That's what it looked like there on the left side. And it was him and his big toys, right? It's the boys with their big toys, taking that off of your property so you don't have to do it. Whether he is on our highways or he is at your business or at your personal home, well, he can do the work for you. GradeWorks LLC. Again, it's GradeWRXMO.com. Roofing, excavating, grading, all of that. Thank you so much, Mike, for being a part of our show. And again, we greatly appreciate all you do to take care of our work that we do here. All right. So we've been talking about wanting to check in with Beckett more. I'm seeing that it's showing that he's offline. I do want to get the forecast for you. It's going to be a beautiful one. So Beckett was having a little issues. Here's the thing. When he came back, there, I see him now. Maybe. Do you see me, Beckett? All right. There.
Yes.
Okay, Beckett.
Yeah.
How are you?
I got to do this quick or else it's going to go back off again.
Oh, that's all right. All right. Let's Beckett do the forecast and we'll see if we can talk to him real quick.
All right, so hopefully, you guys can see this. So today's forecast this morning, temperature in the upper 60s. Again, much cooler than what we've been dealing with recently, mostly sunny skies. This afternoon, high of 85. That cooler weather came in yesterday, or actually on Wednesday, and we've continued to see that through now. 85 as your high today, mostly sunny skies. Going to feel very nice out there. Now looking at your 7-day forecast, mostly sunny skies again for your Friday today with a high of 85. Tomorrow, same deal temperature-wise in the mid-80s, but some increasing cloud cover. For your Sunday, mostly sunny skies, 81. Very nice. And then we get down into the 70s for highs by Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and keeping with those cooler than average temperatures into late next week. Going to be very nice.
The thing I thought was crazy, Beckett, is I looked Monday night and Tuesday night and I saw the low and it said 56 on some of the meteorologist maps. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to have to close the pool already.
I know, it's going to feel like fall a little bit.
Which is nuts. We had some problems with the pool. It was green because of all how hot it was and everything. I just got it looking great. And my mom and I got in yesterday and she's like, it's too cold already.
Yeah.
So real quick, before you have to head off to school, how has the first week been?
It's been great. Definitely, it was pretty hard to get back into the routine, but now a couple days in, I'm definitely used to it, and I'm excited to get back into the routine and meet some new friends.
Yeah, once again, he is a sophomore now. Any excitement about one particular class that you're taking this year?
I am taking AP Honors History, so that'll be a little hard, but I really do like history, so hopefully that'll be a pretty good class.
Well, all right. Again, I know you got to get off to school, and I'm excited that you're back in your studio. He had some issues with some water going into the studio, but I'm glad to have you back, and we'll look forward to talking to you on Monday.
Thank you. Sounds good.
All right, everybody, follow Beckett Moore online. His best platforms, by the way, are X and on YouTube. So be sure to follow him, More Weather Official. Let me say hi to our community as you're signing on this morning. Good morning to you. Get outside. Yes, happy Friday, Julie. Kathleen, have a great weekend to you. Kathy Anselmo. Julie says good morning to her friends. Linda, good morning to you. Rose, good morning. Happy Friday. Listening to you from Table Rock. Okay, so I always love to know where you're watching from. And if you take us on vacation with you. Beautiful morning here, Linda says, 61 degrees. Gabriel is on my, so when you see, I want to explain this. So when you see somebody talking on my page, yes, it is really our team. It's not me, obviously. I'm not typing as I'm talking. So that's Gabriel moderating for you and keeping you up to date, things that I talk about, places that maybe I want you to go and check out. All of those things he drops in for you. So what do you think of this hat? I want to thank my sister-in-law for giving this to me. Yes, I am a dog mom. And then it is getting into colder weather. And so for a lot of you that are saying, hey, we got to write, I actually came out here in my workout clothes. I'm going to train a client here in just a second. Whoa. So as you are, excuse me, everybody, lost my train of thought for a second. So as you are heading out and you're looking for jackets, I want you to think about this. We do have our own merchandise, and it gives you an opportunity to do what we ask, which is to know your value. Yes, a lot of people were like, hey, where can I get those? We had them on our website. I will tell you, I was going to pull them down because of the inventory. It's not real by what you're seeing online. And I actually want to get some new merchandise for you, for women, for men, and for kids. So we're thinking about that. We have had journals. We have had coffee or tea mugs. We have jackets and t-shirts. Am I forgetting anything else? Obviously, the journals are what really started it all. Happy Chilly Friday morning, Julie Gray. I hope you're having a great start to your day as well. You know what? I haven't had a chance to pop over to Instagram. To all of you that are signing on, hello. Feel free to shout out to your community. I would love to know in a future show, do you have a particular food item, a chef, a restaurant that you would like for us to feature? Today's going to be a fun one. Now, we're going to talk about Slyman Brothers, 60 years in the business. And we'll talk about them as they are the sponsor of our Foodie Friday show. But the actual segment that we're going to air today is the third edition of Barking Baker. And then we will come back. We'll talk about some fitness. I'm going to show you, if you're not introduced to my mom's going to come on with me. And I want to talk about her inspiration at the age of 87 and what she does to stay in incredible shape. We'll also show you some workout segments that I taped at Crunch Fitness. I want to thank again Crunch for being one of our many sponsors. This list just keeps growing and growing, and I'm so thrilled to have JG Optimal Wellness, Spas and More, Grade Works, we just talked about LLC, Crunch Fitness, Just Pools, again putting in this wonderful pool, Slyman Brothers Appliances, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, and Dot Fleshman Real Estate Agent. Those are our regular sponsors, and then we also have all the people that get mixed in with these wonderful mobile Monicas, which I would like to meet. I'd love to meet this community. I'd love to see you next week because we are going to be doing our mobile Monica, and we will be at Miller Furniture. Which location? We will be at the Fairview Heights location. So we'd love to see you there. They have multiple ones. We've got one actually out by my mom in Lake St. Louis, Fairview Heights, Ellisville, and Belleville. And here's the great thing right now. They have that big, they just wrapped up their 98-year anniversary sale. It wrapped up on the 19th. So if you missed that, it's okay. I can guarantee you that Mark will still take care of you and come up with something amazing as we get ready to head into Labor Day. I bet you they're going to have a big Labor Day sale. So August 27th, 11 a.m., and we'll sit down in some of the comfy furniture. We've been looking for furniture outside. I told you guys yesterday that furniture that we got during the pandemic is all coming out. My mom will verify that for me. You sit down and you're like, Anybody else having this happen to them? You buy that wicker furniture and then it's all coming apart and it sticks onto your body. We had people over for the 4th of July and they're like, oh, what is this? And I was like, oh, that's a piece of my furniture. It's just, it's like, here, I'm a very giving person. Take my furniture home with you. So we need outdoor furniture and indoor furniture. So I will be looking along with all of you at Miller Furniture to see what we can get. So thank you again to Mark Miller and the team over at Miller for having us for a Mobile Monica. Would you like for us to bring the show on the road to you? And again, we're talking about St. Louis, Missouri, where I'm from. However, we also can go on the road. We did an entire Texas travel takeover show, 11 shows in 3 days, which was incredible. I've done shows in Mexico and Italy. We can go anywhere around the world. I just always love to take care of those that have taken care of me over the years here in St. Louis, where my career has been for the last 30 years. So again, doesn't matter where, but Mobile Monica's, just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. And again, if you'd like to become a sponsor of the show and put positivity with positivity, brand our brands together, and maybe come up with a brand new segment, we would love that. We're in talks with some more people, and they're like, hey, is there a new segment we could come up with? Yes, we do Medical Mondays, we do Wellness and Workout Wednesdays, we do Wet Your Whistle Wednesday, Positive Talk Time, Fitness Friday, Foodie Friday, and that's what we're doing today. And then we're just gonna have some fun with you. So feel free to shout out anything. I told you that there's not a lot going on in the news today. And I mean that. I looked on some of the local channels that I used to work with, and I thought, yeah, today's one of those days where I would not want to be telling you about this, telling you about that. Do you really want to know about this? Do you really want to know about that? I mean, in my head, a lot of it is, the answer is no, no, no. So I looked over on Yahoo to look at what the main national news was this morning, and kind of the same thing. The only thing I saw was, for those of you that might still be traveling, they were giving an update on Hurricane Erin, saying it's still a danger to swimmers at many East Coast beaches. It continues to move away from the northeastern U.S. coast, though, by today, but swimming at many of those East Coast beaches, they say, is likely to remain dangerous for a couple of more days. That's according to the National Hurricane Center in Miami. Erin is likely to become post-tropical by this evening as it's going to head north while remaining a powerful hurricane force low pressure system through the weekend. What category is Hurricane Erin? I saw a lot of that on social media. The first Atlantic hurricane of 2025, Category 1 storm, early today as it churned over the Atlantic off the central East Coast. It exploded to a Category 5 on Saturday before being downgraded, and its strength fluctuated in recent days. But as of 4 o'clock our time this morning, it had maximum sustained winds of 90 miles per hour, was scampering northeast at 22 miles per hour, according to the National Hurricane Center. The center was about 435 miles north of Bermuda and 425 miles south-southwest of Halifax, Canada. A Category Hurricane 1, defined as having maximum sustained winds from 74 miles per hour to 95 miles per hour. So again, that is one thing that I do think is important for all of you to know about. So I thought I would pass that along to you. We'll talk about some sports news in just a bit. The Cardinals, St. Louis City SC, as we handle our local. And then I'm going to tell you about college football. So what I want to know, because I'm excited for Mizzou football, where I went. My husband went to Auburn and his family in Birmingham. They're all big Auburn fans, so we're excited to see that. What are you most excited about with regards to college football season? Let me know that. Okay, let me look at this real quick before we get into our Foodie Friday segment. Linda says, the wicker furniture, yes, does not hold up if exposed to the sun. Mine is now under a shelter and it's holding up much better. Okay, cool. Plus, we bring it in our basement for the winter. Yeah. So we bring it in the basement as well, but that didn't matter because I don't know if it was down there or what, or if it's just, I mean, some of them are really well made, obviously. This one, like a lot of them, they jacked up the price during the pandemic because they knew everybody wanted outdoor furniture because we were all stuck at home. I don't think that was made the best. It looks pretty. I mean, again, I'd hate to get rid of it, but there's just pieces of it that are coming off, which is annoying. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it is time for Foodie Friday, and today, the 3rd edition of Barking Baker, so stay tuned.
I was just on the Real Monica Adams show, and it was really a good experience for me. When I walked in, the building is just peaceful. The environment is beautiful here. Monica really made me feel welcome.
The Monica Adams show allows people to be themselves. It's really important to share kindness, to be real, to offer stories and things that will give people hope and a reason to smile.
Rather than waking up aggravated, disappointed, and wondering, where's this earth going, choose to wake up with something that'll put your mind and your heart in the right direction. Start with Monica.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here, because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
Happy birthday to ya. Look, you always gotta get in the picture, don't you? You're such a brat. Happy birthday. Time for Barking Baker. Time to make your cake. Simple ingredients. All we need is an egg, some oil, water, and then the mix. You ready to eat with your sister? And then there's your toys. Let's get this Barking Baker segment on. Okay, time to make not the donuts, but the birthday cake. Starting with the cake mix. Lots of noise being made. Okay, next, just mix in 1/4 cup of oil. Then 1 egg. If your dog has a chicken allergy or an egg allergy, you can substitute. Do unsweetened applesauce. That would be best. And that way they're not going to break out, have any itches, allergies, things like that. And then a little water. Then, time to, I like to play the drums, mix until smooth. I'm doing the microwave version because we're getting ready for our big party. We'll see how it comes out because last time we made it in the conventional oven. But mixing until smooth, I think that's smooth enough. Now we're going to pour it into the included dog bone container. Patiently waiting for my birthday cake. Okay, that's thickening up. That looks a little better. All right, whisking up the icing. I might have made it too liquefied, so I'll add in a little powder to it, and then we'll put that on top of the cake. It's almost done. All right, I think that's smooth enough. Who wants to lick? The birthday girl. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Okay, time to pour into the included dog bone pan. Yeah, and you put this right into the oven, or the microwave. I know it seems like you can't, because it feels like it would just melt because it's very rubbery, but that's what they say, for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, we're doing it in the microwave again. 5 to 6 minutes. Let's start with 5 and see how it goes. Is it done yet? Are you 6? You ready? You ready to eat? Oh, that's a good sit. You're so sweet. Happy birthday, baby. Okay, while that's baking, now we get to do the icing. So pour the icing mix into your bowl. You can get a new bowl, or I just cleaned this one out. And then just a little bit of water. They say about 2 tablespoons. And then you can add a little bit more as needed. Let's see how this looks. All right, whisking up the icing. I might have made it too liquefied, so I'll add in a little powder to it, and then we'll put that on top of the cake. It's almost done. Okay, that's thickening up. That looks a little better. Patiently waiting. You want to lick your lips? You ready for some food? Looking better. Oh yeah, thickening up for us. Time to check the cake. Okay, 5 seconds left. Time to see how the cake looks. Oh, what do you think? Cake almost done? Let's see. Oh, it looks delicious. All right. Oh yeah, let's cool it off a little bit and then we'll ice it. Let's see if it's Addie approved. Yep, there we go. Addie, you guys stay down. Smell it, it's hot. You want some, I want some, I want some, I want some. Doesn't it look adorable? Okay, we're gonna take it out of here. Yep, somebody's ready for birthday cake. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna ice it, sweetie. You might wanna let it cool just a little bit more. Can you wait for a bit? So patient. She's gotten so good at 6, isn't she? You ready for some too? We're gonna share with Opus this time? You excited? We're gonna celebrate Adelaide, Miss Independence. Yum, yum, yum. Can you sing me a song while we're waiting? Well, not you. Can you sing me a song while we're waiting? Oh, you're like Mariah Carey. They're waiting so patiently. Oh, side eye. Okay, I've got to ice it. Time to ice. Here we go. I don't think they're very judgmental, so if it's not beautiful, because remember, I'm a cook, not a baker. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Okay, fine. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Vroom, 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 vroom. I'm telling you, these dogs are so judgmental. All right, icing it up. How about we speed it up? Get to the cake already, Mom. Trying to go fast. There's a lot of icing in here. I'm just gonna let it drip over the side. It's actually looking good. They don't care. It's just gonna go in their bellies. I wonder if Opus will eat any of this. Oh, this looks good. That's a lot of icing. And then the true test. What does the birthday girl think? Right? What does the birthday girl think? By the way, you can put this in a Ziploc bag or enclose it in a container. And I think it saves for about 5 days in the refrigerator. You probably could even freeze it. With this household, they might eat it all up in a day. Again, she's turning 6 today. My little 4th of July baby. Miss Independent. Let's get some on the side. It trailed over. Barking Baker segment number 3. We did our second one with the Yuppie Puppy Rescues. Oh, I think that looks so adorable. What do you think? Time for sprinkles. Time to let the birthday girl. Oh, here. You don't have to get on the floor. Oh, now it's all over your head. Here you go. Oh, now it's on your face. Yep. Pretty much just like a birthday girl. Do you want to share any with your sister? You want some, sis? Okay, don't have to be picky. Yep, forget it. Birthday girl's got it all. Someone has an attitude. It's her birthday, not yours. Why are you being so mean? Attitude. Get it done already, Mom. Wow, Tessa's got an attitude. Okay, I guess Tessa just wanted to eat already. So who doesn't love sprinkles? Let's get some sprinkles on. Oh, you come back for sprinkles? Still with the crickets. Such attitude, these two. Actually, Adelaide's being great. Tessa's a little judgmental. You think you could do a better job? Okay, time to light it, time to sing, and time for the taste test. I should have a number 6, huh? This is my favorite lighter. We have this on set. In case you all don't have one of these, I picked mine up at Christopher's. My friend Mark owns Christopher's in Kirkwood. You never have to buy one again. That's right, they're rechargeable. You gotta love it. Everybody ready to sing? Okay, here we go. I already cut a piece for her. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adelaide. Happy birthday to you. Look, she looks so shy. You ready? You want Mama to blow it out for you? Okay, get down. Sit. Sit. Good girl. I'm gonna blow it out for you. Oh, boy. That's for you. Oh my God. Hey, don't eat the whole cake. All right, we gotta slice you a piece. Is it yummy? She likes it so much she wants to go back for seconds. Hang on, your sister has to get some now. You are so patiently waiting. Want some? Tessa, you ready for it? Oh, she's licking. Hey, not yet. Okay, stop. All right, time to feed the rest. Happy birthday, Adelaide. Adelaide, it's time to share with your siblings. Your turn. Nope, your turn. Yummy. Adelaide, look at me. Sit. Good girl. Happy birthday. And the true test, like always, is does Opus eat it? Mr. Picky Eater. answer is yes. Opus, you want to tell her happy birthday? Nope. You just want to eat, Mom. Good boy, Opus. Well, he loves it. Happy birthday, Adelaide. Opus, Tessa, and Adelaide all celebrating your birthday. Have fun, sweetheart. That's for you. How about you? Become the pretzel girl. She's like, wait, she can't have anything. It's my birthday. It squeaks, kid. Atta girl.
Hurry. And welcome back, and thank you again to Zach Kimball. He did such an amazing job putting that together. That is our third edition of the Barking Baker. What did you think of that? Is there anything silly you want me to do with the dogs in the future? I do want to thank Slyman Brothers Appliances. By the way, we do our Foodie Friday segments, and we will be back next week doing a little Creole cooking, shrimp and grits with Calypso Restaurant, which I met at the Foodies Eat First Festival. So Chef Q Marquis will be our guest coming up next week. And we are doing these at the demo kitchens at Slyman Brothers Appliances. 60 years. They have 4 showrooms, by the way, West County, South County, O'Fallon, and St. Louis City. They just celebrated their 60th anniversary, which is incredible. And you saw the amazing appliances. So we always ask you to support those that support us. So please, when it comes to the need for appliances, go in. They know what they're doing, obviously. The original store, do you know, this is a good trivia question. It was in Crestwood near Rich and Charlie's, which is now Osteo Strong. So if you ever wanted to know where their original was, I've got some fun facts. 52,000 square foot warehouse stocked with appliances. 52,000 square feet. That's crazy. Same day pickup or next day free delivery without installation. Some, outlet showrooms for them. They have just so many different price ranges and something for professional, for, again, you wanting to feel like you're professional in your kitchen. They're at the warehouse, Manchester and 141. That's not open to the public, only open for special sales, but that's where they have it. They are known for cheesy, funny commercials. Now, do you remember these? I pulled some from the past. So if you're from our immediate area, if you're not from St. Louis, we're going to go back in time. This is what they were known for.
At Slyman Brothers Appliance St. Charles, or any of our 4 big locations, we don't stand in a canyon and try to impress you with how many trucks deliver appliances to some overstocked barn of a warehouse.
We want to impress you with Slyman's low price, because we know you want the highest quality GE appliances at the lowest prices.
Shop around first, then come to Slyman's and be impressed. We won't be undersold.
Try us, you'll like us.
See GE appliances at Slyman's 4 great locations.
Just incredible. 60 years. Do you remember those? So they're known for those cheesy commercials. They were sitting on top of the arch. Do you remember that? They are mistaken, though, for those commercials where they were in roller skates. That was Steve Miserani. Steve, though, was an uncle of Bob and Harry, but also a competitor who owned the New Deal. So the ones that are, in fact, Slyman were the ones where they are on top of the arch. So there you go. Thank you, by the way, to, again, Slyman Brothers Appliances thank you for being a part of our Foodie Friday segment. And we are so excited. It's right around the corner to debut our brand new kitchen at our studios. Our studios are in Fenton, if you've ever wanted to know, at Adventure Unknown. And we have a brand new studio, a brand new kitchen that we are going to be debuting. And it will be the Slyman Brothers kitchen. So I'd say we're probably a couple of weeks away from that. I do want to let you know some of the things that are coming up for you, by the way. And that is, again, as I mentioned, next week it will be Calypso Restaurant. We're going to feature Sydney Street Cafe and Peacemaker, which are owned by the incredible Kevin Nash. And Kevin's going to be on with us. I've known Kevin for years. And if you ever are asked what's one of the best restaurants in St. Louis, Sydney Street Cafe gets it regularly. So if you've never been there, I highly recommend that you go. Just fabulous food. And then he opened up Peacemaker in the city. And then there's a location I haven't been to yet in Kirkwood. That's coming up for you. We also have my sister-in-law in the month of September joining me to make some schnitzel as we get ready for Oktoberfest, and so many more restaurants to come in the month of September. We'll let you know about those as we get into, again, next month. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to bring Mama Jackie in as well, talk a little fitness. As I mentioned, she is my true inspiration. At the age of 87, she just keeps going and going and going. So what keeps her mentally, physically, spiritually strong? We'll talk about that next. But by the end of this, I want 100% raising your hands. I'm here to empower you because you all have intrinsic value. I don't care if someone has told you that you don't. Today, we are here to make you believe in yourself.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Bonacorsi, and I'm the president and founder of J Bloom. And I chose Monica Adams to be our keynote speaker because of the positivity that she illuminates whenever she speaks. She's an amazing influence and has so much impact on these women that they are going to leave changed.
It's a constant education. Never stop being the leader. If you are given the opportunity to be, and I hate the word boss, by the way, don't we like leader more? Have you all seen that image of a boss shouting behind their team and then the leader out in the trenches? And I know there's a lot of people that are thrown into your paths, and there are people who try to squash your dreams. It could be your partner, it could be your parents, your children, a boss that you've had, but you cannot, from this day forward, I'm going to ask you to not give them power any longer. So we think it, we write it, we hear it. Think right here. Make connections today. Then pave that way. You now have the awareness. So how do you pave that path?
Your message, like at the end, you can be anything, but before that, be kind.
Yep.
My husband's a pastor, and that every one of his sermons, that's always within it. That be kind.
Yep.
You have to be kind.
It is.
Oh, you're fine.
Look at this. So there's an employee out there who still thinks of you because you were kind to them. Never stop being that leader. By the way, I want to be remembered for this phrase when I'm no longer on this earth. The greatest rewards in life come from the most uncomfortable walk. God meant for me to talk to you. Oh, it's okay. You, honey, have a lot of value. And someone's told you that you don't. And I was meant to be in your life today. I've always said, I have chills. Do we all have chills? God, I say, if you can have me change one person's life, then I have done your job. I'm hoping it's all of you. But see, she's not okay for whatever reason. I don't know your story, but I'm going to tell you they're wrong. And all these women believe in you.
To hire Monica Adams for your next event, email info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com.
And welcome back again. Happy Friday. Thank you, Bo Matthews, for being a part of that incredible inspirational sizzle reel. That's right. So this brand that we have, that we just keep growing over the next, who knows, however many years that we started 2.5 years ago, can do a lot of things for you. And one of the things is motivational speaking. So reach out to us if you've got a corporation, you want to have a massive event, or you have a small inspirational event. I'd love to be a part of that with you. We also MC and do auctioneering work, so remember that as well. All right, Mama Jackie is here. She hasn't been on with us for a little while, but I thought I would use her as a little inspiration about, again, how you keep going. Because a lot of times people wake up and think, I don't want to work out. So at the age of 87, how has she remained spiritually, physically, mentally strong? I'll get to that in just a second. I mentioned Zach Kimball, and I also want to thank my former intern who is back at my alma mater, back at Mizzou, Miranda Devers. Miranda is the one who put the Barking Baker together originally, and then there was a little finessing that I wanted to be done with it, and that is the beauty of teamwork. So Zach took it. Okay, what do you all love the most? For me, I love the little bubbles, which Hannah Ledford, she did our original Barking Baker, and she did the bubbles. I thought it was so perfect. I also thought music needed to be put into it. And then Zach came up with all the funny little bubble messages, but he also had the little swipe with the dog paw, which I think is my favorite. Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, that
my
is
mom
cute.
looked at the screen. She goes, "Is that a dog paw?" I was like, "Yes." And then coming up when I said, "Hey, will you sing to me?" And he said, "You want Bark Side of the Moon or I'll always love you." Very, very funny, Zach. You did a great job. I know Audra is a huge fan of Barking Baker. Audra said, "I love Barking Baker number 3. Happy birthday, Wolf." Yes, so her birthday was actually 4th of July. But we've been hanging on to that one because sometimes I'll give my team projects. And in TV world, we called it HFR, which was hold for release. Some of these, I mean, first of all, I did that taping and there's a lot of different segments that I had to do to that. So me baking and then me going down with the dogs. I'm going to be real with you here. So when I said that Tessa had an attitude, I just told my mom what was going on. So at one point I said, "Oh, she's licking," or it looked like she had saliva. So she did. So there was saliva that dripped out of her mouth. I thought it was because she was wanting the cake so bad. What I came to find out later, folks, and you don't see it in there because there was a big time away from when I was taping. I went over to her and I'm like, "What is she doing?" And then she started pawing at her mouth. She does this. She runs out in our woods, and I haven't had a chance to show you our property here, but just beyond the pool up top is this really beautiful open space. Well, she runs up there like crazy. You see it all the time. She loves to do what?
Run around and catch find sticks.
Find sticks and then and then drop them for you to throw back at her. Well, what she does though, she gets so excited.
Yeah.
She flips her head around like crazy, and then she is trying to break the stick up into this small little piece of a stick, right? She gets them stuck inside the bridge of her mouth, which we didn't know. So there was a dang stick up in the bridge of her mouth, and that was making her act the way she was. So she didn't have an attitude. She was just like, "Something's in my mouth, Mom. I can't get it out." But she wasn't pawing at it until later. And then I come to find out it was so lodged in there, I had to use a screwdriver to get and pop it out. And once I popped it out, she ran like crazy and wanted all that cake. So that's the real side of it. I wish I would have been able to show you that, but I would have needed someone to actually film it because I was in there being the good mama getting it out. So that's the story behind the attitude. Linda says, "Good morning, Jackie." Julie says, "Hi, Mama Jackie." So when it comes to fitness, and I'm going to show you some fitness exercises, what's your favorite body part to work out? Because she really does like to train.
My favorite, I guess it'd be my stomach.
You like training your stomach?
Yeah.
Tell them what you can do today that you've been doing since you were probably in your 30s, that people swore, "That looks so unbelievably hard."
Oh, I haven't done it for a while.
Oh, no? The ab wheel.
Ab wheel, yeah.
This woman, I can guarantee you, even though you haven't done it in a while, I bet you could still do it, can't you?
Yeah.
Tell them what you do on a daily basis.
Oh, I have weights. They're only 5 pounds.
Now,
but
see, I erased the word only.
Okay. They are 5-pound weights.
Yes.
And I work out with them. And I have a small trampoline. And I'm on the trampoline every day, throughout the day. You know, I get on it, run on it. I run, walk on it. Yeah. It's
Which again, I got to tell you, as her daughter living an hour away from her, scares me sometimes because I'm like, "Mom, you're jumping on your trampoline. What if you lose your balance?"
It's behind the sofa, and I hold onto the sofa with my fingertips or my whole hand. You know, if I'm trying to run more, then I'm really holding on. But if I'm just like
She's
bouncing
amazing.
back, walking, you know.
So she jumps on a trampoline, she lifts the weights, and again, this is key. So when I trained my seniors at Friendship Village, especially the ladies, they used to come back and go, "Oh, I'm only lifting a pound," or "I'm only lifting 3 pounds." And I would say, "No, you're lifting 3 pounds, and we're going to get you to 4, and we're going to get you to 5.
Yeah.
So don't ever downgrade what you're doing, right?
Right.
Okay. How do you stay spiritually, emotionally, physically strong?
I guess, I don't know, you just care about yourself and you want to do better and feel, healthier and alive.
But how do you dismiss the negative thoughts that come into your head?
Just get rid of
Well, see, but people say it's not that easy.
You have to find something positive or trust God.
Okay, I was waiting for you to say,
and
you pray.
Yes. And you ask him to help you get through if something's difficult for you, to say, okay, God, help me get a little bit better, a little bit stronger, and just keep working through it.
Do you meditate?
Yeah.
How do you meditate? Like, because some people say they can't clear their mind. There's so much going on between the ears, right? There's too much that is negative talk. I always ask for self-love first and foremost.
Yeah. And then, it could take a while, but I have rosary and I say the rosary.
Prayer is a big part.
Oh, yes. Yeah, because you have to trust in God to get you through things. And if you don't ask for his help, you're a goofball.
Oh my gosh, you're a goofball. But look, hey, you have to understand, we're never pushing religion or faith or whatever on anyone. I've just always said that if someone doesn't believe, I hope there's something that's guiding them.
Right.
Whatever that may be.
Yeah, that they're positive about and wanting to work toward it,
Well, here's the thing. I've never had a life coaching client that I've trained that has not been faith-based until my most recent. And so it's interesting the way I work with her and what I do and what I don't say. And she's like, you don't have to not say anything about faith, Monica. She's like, she's like, I'm not going to say I don't believe in God. Mm-hmm. She's like, but it's not a big part of my life. And I said, okay. And I said, and sometimes I believe that if you do introduce it, that maybe the things that you're lost on might start to be helped. We just started watching. I'm ask all of you, how many of you have watched the series The Chosen? I have heard so much about it. I have never had a chance to watch it until recently. So I guess it's on Prime, which you don't have.
I don't have. Yeah.
So Mom's been wanting to watch it for a while. Jim turned it on for her last night. I will tell you this. We have had it on, and this is where I need to break working and being focused on my personal life. But even still, the first couple episodes of the series didn't grab with me. Jim got into like number 3 and number 4. He's like, he's going to start healing the leper. That is where he said, I think you're going to want to start watching. But anybody else, did you watch The Chosen? Are you watching it now? Have you not been introduced to it yet? For those of you that have, do you feel the same way? Was it hard to really get into in the first couple? I just think it started off slow. So I'm excited. I mean, obviously we know the story, but it's interesting to see it play out. It didn't grab me in the beginning. So Jim has been watching. He's on episode 8 and he's like, it's really getting going now. And he's like, I think you need to jump back in. Okay, I would love to. But you watched what, 1 last night?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
It was very well written, very good. It brings back to what you read, different things.
So but you watched number 1. You liked it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course I did like it. But see, I only saw it long time ago, but I don't have Prime, to see it anymore,
You saw a little bit of this already?
In the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it was.
Maybe it was on something else.
Yeah.
I watched The Chosen. It's absolutely fabulous, Terry says. So again, I want to watch it. I just have to I didn't like, that's okay. Let me get back. Let me go backwards. It's not that I didn't like it. Just when I've heard so much about it, I was expecting to get emotional, get chills, and I didn't. And I thought, well, this is interesting. We just saw the one with Mary Magdalene.
Yes.
Which was, I looked over at Jim and Jim's got tears in his eyes, right? Jim's getting really emotional lately. And so I love the fact that you're brought back to your faith. So both Jim and I were raised Catholic. I love the base and the foundation of what I was raised in. Now I will say, and I want you to be real with this, I think because a parent introduces their child to something and it's what that you want your children to stick with it. She used to get, I think, a little upset when I wouldn't go to Catholic church with her. And so when she comes over, I was like, yeah, I'll bring you. I just didn't feel the passion of it. And so I found my way to the crossing. And I know a lot of you watch either online or you go to one of the satellite campuses. or you actually go to Chesterfield, which is where I would love to go. The Crossing community, by the way, amazing. I love you all. You've been so welcoming to us. But isn't that really what matters? Is that you feel connected to whatever your faith is. We go to church and I cry. I tear up. Pastor Greg is unbelievable. I love the tie, by the way, to Joy FM and The Crossing. They do a lot together. You like to listen to Joy, don't you?
Oh yeah, I always listen to. That's the radio. Excuse me, that I have on.
Yeah.
When I'm driving.
I want to bring Mom back to The Crossing because I really want you to experience some of the things we have. Look at, isn't this gorgeous right now? Look at the sun.
Yes. Ooh, oh yeah.
God's talking to us. He's like, hey. Rose says, put the Bible app on your phones. It has all kinds of motivations and makes me stop to meditate. The Chosen is hard to get into at first, gets better. Okay, see, that's what I wanted to know. That's what I figured. Because again, 1 and 2, I didn't feel it so far. We did see 3. Keep watching it, Monica. It gets better. I fell in love with Jesus. Yeah. Well, I already love him. I mean, that's the thing. And I think that's what. So what do you think about the actor who's portraying him?
I think he is fabulous.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Very much so. Because I know from back in the beginning, I don't know how or that I got to see it on what channel, but and then I see it pop up here and there. He is very, very, very good, very authentic.
And then Simon, I saw so far in James, I think. I mean, it's really just starting to form of Jesus saying, follow me, right?
Yes.
So trust me, Terry, I will. I'm not going away from it because, again, I love the story too much to not, but it's just, I didn't grab onto it initially. The actor is amazing. He truly plays the part well. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay, so we're going to talk about, I want you to inspire people at all ages. I don't care if you're just starting a workout program, if you've been away from it for a while, if you have significant weight to lose, if you have, I always want to remember this though, people that say, everybody always talks about losing weight, but I want to gain weight, right? The people who have a hard time gaining, they're so tiny and they want to put on weight. Because maybe, and this is what's silly, like stay in your own lane, folks. When someone's crazy, crazy tall, don't go up and tell them, oh my God, you're so tall. They feel awkward. Yeah, but they feel, or someone who's very, very tiny. Don't keep teasing them.
Little shrimp.
Right. Yes. So it's all those things like be nice, be kind.
Yes.
Use kind words because someone who's crazy tall doesn't necessarily want to be that. And then maybe they felt awkward growing up. Someone who's very, very tiny, someone who's overweight, someone who's underweight. So I'm using the underweight people because I have clients that are that way that say, Monica, I'm trying to put on muscle. I'm trying to put on weight because I'm told by people, eat something. Right.
Yes.
But it's all those things together. So we just have to be kind, stay in our own lane. Right. So you just talked about jumping on a trampoline, working out with weights. You like working your abs. What else do you like training?
My legs.
Okay. Well, I didn't. It's almost as if I gave that line to her. I didn't. We are going to show you the leg workout that I filmed at Crunch Fitness. And if you haven't been yet, well, we're going to tell you a little bit about them.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
And there are 3 locations of Crunch in our area. If you're outside of our area, you might be like, oh my gosh, we have Crunches everywhere. Yeah, I didn't know about Crunch until this year. They opened up their Florissant location. Then they opened Baldwin. That's where we train. And then St. Peter's is where my brother and sister-in-law are training. And they are absolutely in love with it. My sister-in-law just did a hot Pilates class. Yes. She said she loved. They've got a studio called Hot Stuff. So it's what a lot of people are used to, which is hot yoga. But they also do Pilates. They do HIIT, high intensity interval training inside of a hot room. So I can't wait to experience it. I've always had an aversion to thinking, I'm not going to be able to breathe while I'm trying to train.
Yes, it's like, well, that could be trouble for some people.
Well, and so obviously that's the reason why so much is offered. So for all of you, if you don't know, we are giving away a membership a month through the end of the year for an entire year. No strings attached. It's literally you just saying, I want to be a part of that drawing. So I'm keeping a list of people that want to be a part of it. If you've already said yes, I've got your name. But if you haven't, you just type into the comments, I want to be put into a future drawing, and we'll take it from there. Or you can email me. So we'll give our next one away in September. Congratulations so far to Jennifer Bonacorsi. She won for the month of August. July was Cindra Smith. And when we kicked it off in June, it was Michael T. Gray. So I'm hoping it's going to be one of you that are watching right now. Best of luck to you. Okay, you just mentioned legs. Have you ever done this? And I'm going to do this one without any dumbbells. So
Want to stay on one leg, drive it straight up and straight back down. Straight up, and why am I doing it this way? Instead of stepping back out of it so that you can concentrate through your glute, right? So I don't want to go here and step way back, putting the possibility of some strain in several of the muscles in my back and in my legs. Straight up, concentrating on, again, a lot of glute control, straight up and straight down. If you need a break, obviously you can stay up here. You can step down and completely step off if you need to. Otherwise, I like time under tension. Straight up, I'm going to do 5 more. You can hear my heart rate go up a little bit because, again, I'm not giving myself a break. Time under tension. Obviously, what is done with one leg has to be done with the other. So there's the first leg done. I'm going to do the next. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay, have you ever done that before, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
So you
Years
probably
ago.
have, but you don't have to do a step. I want to stress
When I
that.
was younger.
No. I want to stress this. So yes, you're seeing me on a very high step. You don't have to do it that high.
Yeah, no.
So
I
you could
do
have
it.
just a little. I am apprehensive to say this because I don't want you to fall off of a step. But if you hang on, you
Yeah.
can do this at the bottom of a staircase
Mhm.
and
And
have,
hold on to
and I'm not
the
going to say
rest.
just, have a 6-inch step, have a 3. It doesn't matter. You have to start where you are to get to where you want to go. Did that give you a chill? That's a really powerful thing. Think about. Start with where you are to get to where you want to go. Stay in your lane. That's the biggest thing I teach my clients, right? Don't care about what Monica's doing over here or what Jackie's doing over here. You do you.
Yeah.
And that's how you'll get stronger and stronger. Terry says, do they have a crunch in Kansas City, Kansas yet? You're going to have to look it up, Terry. I know. Did you know Terry's moving? Or maybe she moved already.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. For her husband had a job opportunity, and I'm super excited. Again, probably, Terry, they're all over the place. So yeah, look up Crunch. Just go to Crunch, and then I think it's crunch.com. Gabriel, can you do me a favor? Oh, there we go. He said there is one opening in October. Thank you so much. Terry, there you go. Gabriel already looked it up for you. But Crunch Fitness, we've got multiple locations to come. I'm excited. I'm hearing maybe Fenton, which is where our studios are, so I could go over there. Oh, she did move already. So according to Gabriel, there's one opening in October, so you absolutely should join there. They're amazing. I want to be a part of your future drawings. Okay, Kathy, I'll put you in there. Let's see. Rose, I agree with you. I get emotional at church. We have a phenomenal worship team. The Crossing is similar to our church, Grace Union. Okay, I love it. And again, these are Christian-based. Some are non-denominational. If you go to Lutheran, you go to Baptist, all I ever care about is that you find what moves you. And for us, it's been going to the Crossing. But I'm excited about being introduced to other people's faith. I still want to go. What is the church in the city? The Rock?
Yes.
I want to go there so bad because I hear that they just stand the entire time and dance and sing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I went with Dolores.
You did. My Aunt Tootie, yes.
Yeah. Years ago.
And you all had a good time, right?
Yeah. And we were going to go once a month to different churches or whatever. Never got around to it, though.
Well, that's what I call field trips. Yes. Church field trips. That's what I want to do. Okay, so you saw that one. And as I mentioned, just because I'm doing a 18 or 24-inch step does not mean that you have to. But I do like that because it's very glute specific. So when you were seeing me on the step, it was pushing through the heel. That's what I want to stress. Push through the heel. So when I do legs, do you do the same thing, Mom? You work on different parts of the leg. So quad work, right? Here's one of the biggest ones that everybody always talks about. Oh my gosh, Monica, I want to work you used to do it, if we're really honest, right? You used to slap the outside.
I still do that.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? She's in phenomenal shape, but she's still slapping on her thighs. So you want to do inner and outer thighs. If you want to do it with a machine, this is the machine to do it with. All right, as I was showing you that, I pointed down to the area that you love to work with your abs. Your core plays a big part into that. So the abductor machine, which is probably, and like you just said, you don't have that. So if you don't have a machine and you can't get into Crunch Fitness or you haven't joined yet, what would you do to work your outer thighs?
The outer, well, I'm at my rail, going down the base, hold on to it and my legs.
Side kicks.
Side kicks.
Right. Do you bend your knee or do you do straight leg?
I do straight leg.
Okay. You can do that. You could also, one of my favorite things, and it's very inexpensive. So again, I always want to find things that can be for everyone. So if you say, I'm not part of a gym, that's okay. You don't have to be.
Yeah.
I obviously love Crunch and I love the fact that they're a part of us, but I understand that some people, they don't have the time, they don't have the finances. Buy a very inexpensive band to put.
I got that.
You have one of those? Okay. To put around.
My inner thighs were so sore.
Yes,
and that
you trained hard the other day.
Yeah, the other day I got to. Oh my God, I cannot walk. I felt like an invalid.
What did you do?
I just wrapped it around.
You did band work.
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's
above
my point.
My knees, and then just
walked. Oh, you just sat down?
Sat down and did it, and then walked through the house too. But did that. Just sit down and just kept doing it. And I just kept doing it.
You're doing what we're showing here.
Yes.
So if you want to work outer thighs and inner thighs, you can put, a lot of people used to put ankle weights around because you're just adding 1, 3, 5 pounds, whatever you want to use. And you can move it out to the side. You can do a little cross leg, and then you can bring, I would actually take your foot and think of the mindset of using the instep more as you're pushing to the side, because that will work if you don't have access to something like this. Okay, so again, we always talk about repetitions and how many sets. I like 3 sets. Now, with something like that, I might do 25 to 30 reps. I might go lighter in weight and do higher repetitions. In that particular one, I think I put like 70 or 80 pounds and I was doing about 15 reps. And yes, it really targets the inner thigh, which is what so many women want.
Yes.
And so you have to do plie style work or something like that. So Mom and I want to give you another idea. If they can't get to the gym and they don't have bands, they could also use
a ball.
Yes.
You know, like a little kid's bouncing ball, probably about 10-inch around or what.
And squeeze it, right?
Squeeze it, put it between your knees, and then squeeze in.
And-
You'll get a good workout.
Right. And so that is more concentration on the area that we're trying to work. You hold it for about 3 seconds, release, not completely release where the ball goes away, but you just release the tension on it, come back, hold for 3 seconds. So the same type of thing. So there really are no excuses.
Yeah. It was to be some person that made videos or whatever, and you don't need any equipment. You're on vacation, you're in your room, you can do a crazy hard workout.
Or again, as we always say, there's people that are watching of all fitness levels. So you just have, as I mentioned, start where you are to get to where you want to go. So we just showed a step up. I showed the abductors or abductors, right? The adductors, ADD, not ADD and ADHD, but ADD. I love working my quads. So I've shown a lot of my clients how to do this when they can't get to the gym. If you can get to the gym, then you use the leg extension machine. Now, again, there's different thought processes on this. Some doctors don't like this machine, but I say the thing that I love about it is that it has an arm on it so where you can adjust. If someone can't bring their leg all the way back because of maybe ligament issues, or they're coming back and they have tightness in the knee because they just had surgery, right? And they're trying to get their range of motion back, you can adjust that arm out. I love all the different things. You should, by the way, make sure that you can adjust everything to your height. So move the seat, move the pad down below that goes on to where like the tongue of your shoe is. You don't want to have it way up on your shin.
Yes.
Everything should be put in positioning to your height. So that's a big key. So yes, that's probably why doctors say they don't like it, because they probably are thinking that the majority maybe don't go in and adjust, and so they're hurting themselves.
Yes.
They're trying to take themselves beyond where they have the range of motion. If you are literally just coming back and your range is right up here, then you don't take the machine backwards. So here's the machine I'm talking about that I absolutely love.
Let's do this. Let's burn out those quads. And again, remember, if you've got an impingement and you can't be this tight into the machine, you just pull this and it lifts the arm out. Be smart. If you've got an injury, by the way, be sure to listen to your doctor. Okay, let's do this.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So you adjust those. You
Yes.
make it to where you can. Now, I did those and I like to turn when we're talking about working inner thigh work. You can adjust your angle. So you can do the leg extension straight ahead. You can turn and then do the leg extension where you're kicking outward. It gets into the inner thigh. And you can do like a pigeon toed while you're in that. And you kick to where you get the outer sweep of your quadricep. If you don't have that at home, you can take a dumbbell or something that has a little weight to it, put it between your feet, sit down. For all the people who say, well, I can't do standing work, sit down, put it between your feet, and then lift it upwards. It's the same movement. Or for some that literally are just coming back from surgery, just do the movement.
Yes.
Let me erase the word just. Do the movement. Do the movement because it's getting you moving again, getting your range of motion back. So there really is something for everyone. So I did these Monica's Motivational Moments on Channel 5, and it was a big part of 2 years during the pandemic, showing people that you don't need to get into a gym.
Yes.
But when you're ready, because it's a whole playground for all of us that love being in gyms. There's so much there. Crunch has 45,000 square feet of, I can't wait. I might bring you today if you want to go. Because that's the other thing. When you join, you can bring a guest with you every single time for free.
Oh, right.
So mom doesn't have to pay. I pay. You get to go for free. You like how that works? Let's see. There should be a mug that says, don't be a goofball. Gabriel loves that you said that before, by the way. Well, Gabriel, you need to invest in a case. Yes. I'll have one for every day of the week.
Yes.
You got to meet Gabriel. I told you yesterday you would absolutely love him. Okay, so we're showing you, before we wrap up the show today, we're showing you some workouts that you can do. And we're showing you what I did at Crunch, but I'm showing you the version and telling you about what you can do if you cannot get into a gym. So leg extensions, step ups. We did abductor or abductor. We did adductor work. I also love the glute machine. Okay, so if you want to train your glutes, you have to do specific work where you're pushing through that heel. I like doing more reverse lunges and then pushing back up through the heel. Front lunges. You can do crossover lunges, actually like little curtsy lunges. Have you ever done those? You've done those before, haven't you? Right, so you cross just like you're curtsying. You're going to get into the outer thigh, inner thigh, along with working quad work, working glute work, hamstring work. But the biggest thing that I want to stress to everybody is that you want to do all the different angles of the legs and calf work, by the way. So when I do leg presses, I will stay on the machine. I will lock the arm. That's for safety. And then I will do the pushes for my calves. Same thing. Straight ahead, turn to the side, and then pigeon toe. All right, here's my last one I want to show you.
All right, we're going to kneel on one side. When you put your arms down, try not to have the back arched or too much of a hump, and also try not to tighten up so much in your shoulders. I'm going to put my left foot back, and I'm going to be pushing upwards, as you can see, really isolating the glute muscles. Again, if it's too heavy, you're going to feel a lot of tension in your neck. Keep your head looking straight down. I'm engaging my core as I push straight back. You can see the development in the glutes as you come down, pushing straight up. You want to go to full extension without hyperextending. Okay, 5 more. 5, and don't pooch the stomach out. Keep that engaged the entire time as well. 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze that glute. Control the weight all the way on the way down. All you're going to do is push this over with your leg, and then you're going to switch sides. This is also an opportunity to find, has one side really overdeveloped? Do you have a weakness? Is that where your injuries are coming from, right? Slow and controlled. Squeezing. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's my 6th exercise. I'm going to take some time to ensure I go into the sauna after this. And then probably my favorite thing at Crunch is to sit in the hydro massage bed. Make that a point of your workout.
Yes. So if you go with me today, I'm going to introduce my mom to that. Hydro massage. Do it. It's a lounge chair, and it's water therapy massage underneath, and you can make it as low or as high. Mine's on full stretch underneath you, and I'm not sore after my workout. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
They also have red light therapy. So
Yeah,
you
you said
stand
that.
in. And then I don't do that, but they do have tanning there. If somebody wants to do tanning, they have tanning, they have red light therapy, they have the hydro massage bed, and then 45,000 square feet of a playground of fitness. It's just amazing. Oh, I forgot about that. Gabriel said, I met Mama Jackie at our mobile Monica at the T-Spout.
Oh,
You
yes.
did. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the last day for Miranda. You met Miranda too.
Yes, I met Miranda.
So
yes.
one more time, if you didn't see the Barking Baker, thank you to Miranda Devers. Thank you to Zach Kimball for putting that together. It was so much fun. We'll do more of those. We'll do more Foodie Fridays. Again, fitness. If there, and this is what I used to say at the end of every one of my motivational moments with Monica, is there a body part you would like for me to feature? Is there something about health and wellness, fitness, coming back from an injury that you would like for me to cover? Just shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and we'll have it on a future Fitness Friday. Now, Mom just mentioned the last exercise I did, my favorite, that glute exercise. If you cannot get into Crunch Fitness, you can do that at home, correct? You do those, right?
Yeah.
That movement is called a donkey kick.
Yes.
So you do it without resistance, or
Yeah.
you can use a band for those also.
Yeah.
You have to have more elasticity of it, because those little small ones you put around your legs are kind of hard to do. But if you have a band and you want to hook it around your leg, you can get into that donkey kick position, and then you push it upwards, and there's your resistance. Or just slow it down and really push, like this would be my foot, push through the heel as you go upward. So you do those also?
Mhm.
Do you do I call them the dog fire hydrant moves?
Oh, yes.
Yep. So back into a donkey kick, pushing upwards or out, and all those things. So that's why I'm saying there's no excuses
Yeah.
to get you into the shape that you want, to get you to lose weight. If you want to gain weight, you have to start eating more calories, but not empty calories, good ones.
Good ones, yes.
Protein, a good complex carbohydrate, good healthy fats, which, by the way, makes me realize I'm hungry.
Avocados.
Avocado. We ate some avocados yesterday.
Yeah.
Some spicy guacamole we made.
Oh, yes.
All right. So what wisdom do you have for them before we wrap up and we let them all get to their weekend?
Enjoy life.
Drop the mic.
Boing.
Enjoy life, right? So we understand that hard times happen.
Oh, yes.
Don't stay in that. You've got to move past the pain. Sometimes you need a counselor. Sometimes you need a psychiatrist. Sometimes you need a life coach.
Or just find a little something to inspire you. Right.
Sometimes you need to lean on God. Don't go at it alone. That's the biggest thing. Have an accountability partner. Have someone that you can reach out to. And again, I just don't want you to stay in the pain. So that's why we do a lot of timeline therapy. It is, okay, we understand that something has held you back from where we really feel you can be, because I have such belief in human beings and in our world that we can be better people, but it's a choice. Every day is a choice. I could choose to be a complete, you know what?
Yes.
But I choose to be kind.
Yes.
I choose to, put out a helping hand to someone.
Yes.
I choose to want to better the world.
Right.
So you can play a very important role in how the people around you act. How you bring it to them.
Yeah. How your attitude to them, it inspires them, or you could be like you said, and bring them down, and they'll think, oh, what in the world? No, you be, come on.
Come on. Well, and it is. And for those that feel like a dark cloud is over them, it's just like this, right? Yesterday, Mom and I were in the pool, and I do want to tell you about Just Pools before we wrap up, by the way, because they did it. Even yesterday, I want my mom to be the one to verify this. You got in with me yesterday, or I should say before we got in, there was some algae still in the pool, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, let me think about all the things that she's taught me. Madonna is the owner of Just Pools, and it's all about making sure that you're always checking those chemicals. You get it.
Oh, yes.
You had a pool when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah.
It's a constant.
Yeah.
But it's not an arduous, like some people are like, oh, it's too much work.
No.
Especially now with an automatic pool cleaner.
Oh, what? Well, see, I never had one. I was the automatic pool
So
cleaner.
was I. Dad taught me. We would do it on Saturdays. So we did have to do that. That's exactly what Madonna said. She said, bring your water sample in, and then go home, put this liquid chlorine in, 7 gallons of it, put a whole bottle of algicide, and then, Monica, you're going to have to manually clean it to waste.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what did you see me do yesterday? I was brushing it.
Yeah.
I brushed because there was a little bit of algae left.
So you get it up
Then
to the
I
skimmer.
backwashed it, and I told you there
Right.
was a ton of algae that was stuck somewhere within the system. Soon as I did that, I put in some pH because the pH was a little low. You look at it today,
Yeah.
there's no algae left.
No.
So it really is a science, but it's fun. I actually feel like a little chemist back there, dropping in the water, doing the colors. So Just Pools, by the way, is one of our sponsors. And I have the idea that we're going to have to, probably in 3 weeks, we'll be closing the pool. But we are getting ready for a fun season that's coming up, which is football, and that's what we're going to wrap up with. Fire pits, exactly. Mom talked about fire pits. But if you want to think about, all right, I would like to have one of these in the future, remember our friends at Just Pools, because they can design with you and put in one that's just going to completely change your life. Whether it's an above ground or an in ground, just introduce yourself to it. I want to thank my mom and dad for having an above ground when I was a little girl. And then when I was in 7th grade, they put in an in-ground pool. So when we moved in here, I was thrilled when I knew that this house had a pool, and it was actually put in by Just Pools, which I thought was just so, that was a God wink, right? That was so kismic. Just Pools. They are located at 3987 West Outer Road South in Arnold. You can give them a call, 636-464-7110. Don't you love I love the fountain. And again, my mom just talked about, we have a structure that we had built that's a fountain, and it's time almost for
bonfires are just cookout over there.
Can you believe it? I can't believe we're already talking about that. Fire pit season. I literally said my favorite thing would be that the pool could stay open.
Yes.
And fire pits.
Right.
I think that's in Southern California, that they have beautiful weather and then a little chilly in the evenings.
Well, if you had a heater, you could keep it open pretty long,
True.
Into October, end of October, maybe even into November.
Yeah, exactly. Well, but it's very expensive.
Yes.
When I moved into my house,
ask Tina and Brian how expensive.
My brother and sister-in-law. It is actually, when I moved into my house in Afton years ago, that pool had a heater, and the guy right away, as they're doing all the inspections, he said, "Are you going to use the heater?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know I had a heater. Yeah, let's do that." And he goes, "Are you sure?" And I said, "I don't know. Why are you asking me that?" And he goes, "Because I'm going to tell you how much it would be a month." And I said, Nope. And he goes, "Okay, let's clip that." So nope, we did not use it. All right, we talked about football season. So super excited for what is coming up this weekend. Let me give you the rundown of sports. The Cardinals, by the way, beat the Tampa Bay Rays 7-4 yesterday. It's the Cards and the Rays today. They're on the road, by the way. 6:35. The Cardinals are actually coming back to town at the most perfect time because the weather is going to be amazing. St. Louis City SC, they play tomorrow in town against Vancouver. That's a late game, by the way, at 8:30. And I mentioned National Day of Calendar. We didn't get a chance to do this earlier. National Surgical Oncologist Day, which we have to thank them so much for all the work they do. Yes. National Never Been Better Day. Okay. National, I think is it Bao, B-A-O? Yeah, that's Asian. I think it's dumplings. Bao. Tell me if I'm saying that wrong. National Pecan Torte Day. Mm-hmm. National Be an Angel Day.
All right.
And it is National Tooth Fairy Day. The Tooth Fairy is real, by the way.
Yes.
And the Tooth Fairy on vacation gives you more money than when you're at home. That I remember as a kid. I got a $5 bill from the Tooth Fairy. It was crazy. All right. It is time for college football. It kicks off this weekend. Tomorrow, a bunch of games from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Yes, you are a football wife. You're my dad, her husband, right? 25-year football coach. Yes. So you get, when this season starts, you suddenly don't see him anymore.
No, yes. But
until next year.
I love football.
I know,
season.
Right?
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. So I am a Mizzou fan since I went to Mizzou. We are also Auburn fans, and we're thinking about going to see the Mizzou-Auburn game, the matchup coming up in October. Missouri, by the way, plays Central Arkansas, and that is next Thursday. That's their first game at 6:30 in the evening. So there are some games that kick off this weekend, but a lot of Thursday games and then into next week. I'm looking for Auburn. Illinois, by the way, plays Western Illinois next Friday. So we're thinking about some of our local. There we go. Auburn, their first game is against Baylor next Friday. But for those of you that have been waiting for college football, there is 5 games on tap tomorrow. So they have Iowa State against Kansas State, Idaho State against UNLV, Sam Houston against WKU, Let's see, Fresno State against Kansas, and Stanford plays Hawaii. So there you go. All right, there is some football on tap for you. And then for the NFL fans, your season starts in September. It looks like it's the Cowboys and the Eagles on the September 4th. And then Friday, it's the Chiefs and the Chargers.
Yeah.
You're a Chiefs fan, right?
I'm a Chiefs fan.
We
yes.
all here in St. Louis, when we lost the Rams, we all
Yes.
jumped on board and jumped on to being Chiefs fans.
Yes.
So excited for the season. All right, everybody, I want you to go enjoy your time. So I think we brought enough faith in that I don't have to read the devotional.
No.
We just explained to you that I hope you find something that lifts you up and guides you on your path. Believe in yourself. That's the greatest thing besides being kind, which we'll tell you here in just a second. Have a great weekend. Coming up on Monday, Jennifer Gabriel, JG Optimal Wellness, Jenny Gabriel. She will be back with us. She's been a very popular guest, and we are going to debunk the myths about menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, andropause, which is men. They go through similar symptoms.
I've heard that.
Yes. So Jenny will be on with us Monday. And then a dear friend of mine that I worked with at KMOX, Mark Reardon, will be our guest. Mark just came back on the air where he's doing radio now. And he said, I was off for about a month, Monica, because he went through something pretty difficult with regards to mental health. And he's going to be really, really real with us, which I absolutely love. So that's coming up for you on Monday and Tuesday when we're in studio. If you've got, by the way, a guest you would like for us to have on, you've got an idea for a guest or a future show, just shoot me an email at info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com. Terry says, keep cheering for my cousin Cody Schrader, who plays for the Rams. He's having one heck of a preseason. He's doing awesome. Yeah. So love that. Go Cody. For all of you, have a beautiful weekend. Get out and enjoy this incredible weather. The pick day of the weekend, by the way, here in our area, if you're in St. Louis, is Sunday. Beautiful sunshine and 81 degrees. I think it's a day for the pool or the boat.
Or the boat, yeah.
I think we might take Mama Jackie out on the boat. All right, everybody, thank you so much. It's been a fun show for sure. We got our foodie in, we got our fitness in, we got our faith in. Everything to start with a smile. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. And remember, believe in yourself, folks. If you're down in the dumps today, just please find your way out of it. Reach out to someone who loves you. I'm sure they're going to do the thing that I want them to do. She's going to give you your final 2 words. You can be anything you want to be in the world, but before you're anything,
be nice.
Kind.
Oh, I do that every once in a while. It's the same thing. It's be kind, be nice.
You be
nice,
you.
You're being nice. You're being kind.
Oh, absolutely. It's just funny because everybody at home always laughs and goes, she did it again. My words are be kind. You can be anything you want to be in the world, but
I'm nice. I'm nice.
Goodbye, everybody. Love you. Have a great weekend.